Hello and welcome back to another Jurassic Evolution video. This video I'm going to be covering 3 ways that you can use water and improve water in your park. Just some aesthetics you can use. I might do a part 2 because, well, you can do a lot of stuff with water in this game. First of all, the waterfall mechanics. These are brilliant, a great addition to the game. We're going to add water here. We'll add a little bit in here. Then, if we add some down here, it creates this insane waterfall, and then we can also kind of branch it off into a river. And you can get some crazy cool kind of dynamic scenes of this. Let's just incubate the Spinosaurus, which will be important later. And now lagoons. Lagoons are pretty ugly, I think we all know that. But there are ways you can make them better. We go to scenery and let's get a dynamic kind of an angular one rock. Then let's twist this and we kind of build out a shape in like covering the kind of concrete bars of the lagoon. You can make it look much more like a natural rock pool, almost. So if we want to, say, layer this up all around the edge of this. Make it kind of an odd shape so it looks more natural. And then if we go around here, so then let's just have a look, see and a spy how that's turned out. Look at that, it looks a lot more natural now, but we can improve it much more. Let's just add in some more rocks here because we kind of missed that bit. There we go, that looks much better. Oh, wait, nope, there's still a bit. We need to make sure to make it look perfectly natural, it's all kind of covered up. So let's put in another kind of pillar here. So now that is fully kind of covered up. This bit we're going to save to put in like some galleries and stuff, and then any kind of gaps in the natural scenery you can just fill with rocks. And it's a nice kind of tip and trick you can use to make your lagoons look way better. So then we are going to get some more rocks. There's going to be a lot of rocks in this video, just so you guys know. There's going to be a lot of rocks because rocks and water seem to work incredibly well together in this game. So there we go, those areas are kind of covered up now. This area, then you kind of got a little opening in the rocks there because it looks quite natural. Then you can just have a look at this. See how this looks. You can kind of see the actual fences, but look, it looks so much nicer now. Look at that. Imagine a Mosa or a Megalodon swimming around in here. And then what you can also do, you can kind of make the rocks around it more dynamic. And we can add kind of some cliffs around it. So yeah, you can make this, add loads of different scenery around it. I like using rocks because, well, I like rocks. So, yeah. I like my rocks. So now let's kind of finish off putting this almost cliff around the lagoon. So this will kind of cover up that it is a lagoon even more, and it'll just look like a rock pool almost. Or a rock pool on steroids. Probably a better description. Yeah, don't worry about using the same kind of rocks. You can kind of just twist it around to make it look natural. So there we go. It's our kind of dome done of our lagoon. Let's just remove you because I'm not really helping anybody. Nope, not you. There we go. So there's our kind of natural lagoon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, let's fill in this bit with a viewing gallery. We'll go with this one. There we go. So now let's do this. And this is operational. So now this it kind of blends in with natural scenery, and it can. Oh, I put it backwards, didn't I? I put it backwards. Let's just try this way. Yeah, I put it backwards. Look, let's blooper, guys, blooper. Right, let's redo this. So that we can actually have it facing the right way. That would be nice and good. And I still placed it backwards. Well done, me. Alright, take 3, guys. 3rd time's a charm. This video might just end up being a compilation of me placing a log viewing gallery backwards. So if I'm correct, which I'm probably not, this should be the right way. Now if we go into here, and oh come on! Right, you know what, we're just going to leave it there, but you can place a log viewing gallery. Okay, you know what, no, I'm getting this right. Even if this video is an hour long, I am getting this right. Okay, so, go to that, we go to this, go to this. Boom, that is the right direction. Now, oh, I see I think I know how to fix it. I think I figured out how to fix it. I think it's faces in the direction that you place a station. So if we do it like this, just get it into what we want it. Then we place a station over here. This might work. But let's hope it works, because if it doesn't, I will be very sad. Now, does this work? Yes, it does. Okay, we did it, guys. We can kind of see, we can see a bit of fence there, but that doesn't really matter, because this is just from the viewing gallery. So now I got that, and that blends in. Then we're gonna kind of paint a bit of this grass, see if it lets me paint it. And we're going to go into scenery, we're going to add some plants, make it look more natural. Not planters, foliage. Now let's go to bush. Let's add some bushes around here. Then we'll add some trees. Where's trees? Here's trees. Let's add some of this tree. Now let's add this tree. Let's kind of cover this in natural scenery. Then it will look good. So, yippee! Because this is all built out of scenery. There's no actual like thing here. I covered something similar to this where you can build out of scenery in my Ways to Enclose Dinosaurs Without Fences video. This will be uploaded onto the same playlist as that. So there we go. And now we got ourselves a pretty sick looking lagoon. And then natural and much better than the lagoon. So now we can let's just show what happens when we put some animals in it. Let's put it, but first we need to put some feeders. We go to feeders and then we can actually place the shark feeder in without it obstructing the nature too much. That's cool. And then we can also edit and put some marine plants in if we want to. Not planters. And yeah, we can put in some kind of aquatic and corally stuff. We don't need that right now though. So let's just place another lagoon so we can get a. Oh wait, we can still place a hatchery, can't we? Get a lagoon hatchery, and then kind of place it here, and then boom, yeah, that works. We can place that in without obstructing any of the scenery. So that's really cool. We can do that. So now let's just place another little rock covering up that. Just make sure, you need to kind of be very nitpicky with this. And make sure it looks completely natural if you want to get that kind of good aesthetic. So now we're going to incubate something in our lagoon hatchery. We'll go with a Kronosaurus. We can release these guys into here. So whilst we're waiting for that, I'll go over to my third thing. So this is placing them with water in actual enclosures and how it can work with viewing galleries. So we've got a Spinosaurus incubated in here. And what we're going to do is we're kind of going to make this viewing gallery so we're going to put deep water around here, and we can make this viewing gallery so that it can kind of look at the Spinosaurus swimming. If it's on a remote platform, then it can look at the Spinosaurus swimming around. So there we are, whilst our Kronosaurs are incubating, we will raise a Spinosaurus into this. This is kind of a swimming viewing gallery, so you can watch it swim around. That's kind of cool. I know there is a way to actually put them into the water, but I don't know how to do that, so I might cover it in the next video if I do figure it out. So here's our Spino, and she will hopefully just go and swim around. Now I've not put anything in this enclosure. If she goes in and swims around, we can see her swimming from the viewing gallery, which is pretty cool if you just put it on a little island. Let's see if we can get her swimming in. So she's crossed over there, and I'll wait for her to kind of do her thing. Whilst the lagoon is the main one. These two are just kind of side things you can do. to improve your park, but lagoons what I really wanted to cover in this video, so I'm glad we got that covered. Oh, and our Spino appears to not be swimming. Can you go swim, please? Usually you should do this on a much bigger scale if you want to do this in a park than what I've done it here, because you need a lot of deep water for it to really work, so it might not work, but yeah, it does work. Obviously the lagoon is the main thing I wanted to cover, so let's put our chronos and see how they work in this natural in this natural lagoon. So here's our chronos, and I might be putting an actual lagoon in the extinction moors if you guys want to see that. So here they are, and they're just kind of they're just in this pool, in this little pool in this natural lagoon, which is really sick. So now if we can kind of, can't really see, oh yeah, but you can see the chronos kind of there, sort of. But yeah, so they thrive in this natural lagoon. So, hope you enjoyed this video on how to improve your wetness and water, how to improve your water in Jurassic Evolution 3. And if you want to see it part 2, then like the video. If this gets, let's say 10 likes. If this gets 10 likes, I'll make a part 2 on how to do more improved water. Goodbye.